suburbs got created.
Yeah.
The only people that can go to those suburbs
The white folks who got the
and
loans.
the exceptional person
Black,
here and there,
yeah.
or the straight-laced military person. Because here it is. What happened was we went to war too, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
But what they would do, this is not a day from there's people up pulling the strings. We're talking about systematic racism being so embedded into our culture that any little thing you did could get you a dishonorable discharge, no GI Bill.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the smallest things would get black soldiers disqualified from their GI Bill.
That's true. That's true.
So, but again, that's a societal thing.
Yeah.
That's a societal issue.
Right.
You feel me? So the only thing I'm saying is, so when you say, well, how do we go back and fix this big semester? What I'm saying is, now because of political rhetoric, the same things that the government did in those times will get demonized to the point where we won't even explore providing those same opportunities to those people living in those desolate situations. Now, that subsidy will be called a handout. But if I say to white America, why do you live where you live?
Right.
They don't know because you know why. But I'm gonna tell you why they don't know. Because housing discrimination is America's secret underbelly.
That's true.
Because then here it is.
That's
I can show you a documentary that shows it was even written into bank legal things
so damn
as
true.
far as how they would evaluate our neighborhoods, as far as how much the house was worth. How we definitely had the housing industry just got blowed up in 2008 with the regulation. So really, even from the 50s all the way to 2008, it was unregulated in steering, redlining.
Yeah.
It just got put on notice.
Yeah.
3 years ago in Seattle, the city paid, which one suburb of Seattle paid $9,000 just to teach the housing industry in Seattle how the 1968 equal housing worked.
Wow.
Because that was just 3 years ago.
Damn.
So like nobody knows why we live where we live.
Right. No, that's true, bro.
But I'm just saying,
That's
once
true.
I explain to them how you live, and then irresponsibility didn't create them.
That's true as
things.
shit.
They didn't create that.
Yeah.
But we talk about personal. It is. But when they hear me say this and they understand this, they think I'm excusing personal responsibility. But if you go hear me say, but the only way I can help these kids I mentor is teach them personal responsibility.
Right.
So I'm teaching personal responsibility. But I don't hear you talking shit about how to get rid of the systematic thing. When I want to talk about it, you want to talk to me about personal responsibility. No, I want to talk about bring back some of them same policies that created in the same suburbs that your family been living in for 40 years. That created the wealth gap. Here's where the wealth gap comes from. It comes from housing.
Yeah.
The wealth gap is the medium income is 141 to 15,000. That's a house. That's all they created.
I looked that up. The average net worth of people in our generation right now is $6,000 or $4,000.
Net worth, yeah.
Sorry, net worth. Net worth is $4,000. Then when you add on the equity in the house, it don't go up for us. It goes up probably $1,000.
But we don't own a lot of homes.
I know, but when you get to other generation, and they broke it down for blacks and whites and stuff like that. When you get to other other age groups, the disparity widens tremendously because you still got young kids coming out of high school, college. Some people still getting it from their parents, so that can be attributed to that. But when you get to these are still working class people.
Yeah.
These are still African Americans, white people, and stuff like that. But the disparity is over $200,000 of difference when you talk about people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. And the decline dropped dramatically once we stopped working. Because once we stopped working,
you don't have no wealth.
Yeah. And even if we wanted to...
But even with let me ask you this. Even if you give somebody wealth, they don't know what the hell to do with it.
But here, I want you to listen to what you just asked me.
Yeah.
I want you to think about everything you heard me saying there.
Yeah.
I want you to think about what you just heard me say just now.
Okay.
Not once did you hear me say do that.
Right. That's
but
true.
it is. But what I did say, there are government programs that did create housing for the most of this damn country. Right. Those programs can still work. They created the wealth of this country.
That's true as fuck.
So here it is.
Shit.
Check it out. But here it is. But here's
let me
break down. But let me break down what give is. Give ain't. I didn't say nothing about give. What happened was the reason because There wasn't the middle. It's like the concept of middle class is new to the world.
That's true.
It was half and half nots.
Before then, yeah, it's
Period.
half and half nots. Always.
So middle class is a new thing. The United States is one of the first places to be able to do it.
True.
Built off the back of our ass.
True.
Let's
True.
get where the wealth. Let's
Shout
get
out
where
to
the
that
wealth
free
came.
labor,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's where the wealth came from. But here it is. So it's nothing about give, but here it is. When the middle class was getting created, it's getting created because when they want to move out of those cities, you know what I'm saying? Now that we're getting some wealth from World War II, and we done come back from the war, and our economy is booming now,
Yeah.
so we got this extra money. So what the government is doing is, not only were the loans low, they was backed by the government. So when you ran into that loan,
Yeah.
you was good. You was good.
Yeah, but
hold on. Yeah. Guess who couldn't get it? We already talked about that. Here we go. I'm not talking about give. Just bring that program back. We couldn't get it then.
Oh yeah.
Can we get it now? But if you try to give it out now, it's an argument between the left and the right.
Yeah.
Something we did, something that created the middle class of our country. We've done.